Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky. The show will begin momentarily.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why, 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win. We choose to go to the moon.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Super Happy Dragon Lucky, the Dragonchain Updates show. This is the last show of 2023. It's episode 75. That is 0xe5. It is the 230th weekly episode. Reminder, nothing on the show is financial advice, and stay tuned after the updates for a quick weekly AMA. So first we'll go into Dragonchain updates and last week's Super Happy Dragon Lucky distribution of governance lot. Last week's episode created 638 lot. One question was rewarded 319 lot. There were no featured posts, and the host received 159 lot, with Dragonchain receiving 160 lot. Next, we go to Den.Social updates. So the December 2023 LCP, the layer creation process, layers, the winners, are now live. The number one by unique voters was podcasts, and the number one in based upon lore committed was censored news and information. So those are both there now. Per a vote on DenDAO probably over a year ago, all of those layers should now be subscribed by you, and you can go and unsubscribe if you don't want them. But either way, there are 171 layers to date, with over 267 million lot NFTs created to date. Let's go check that out. Coffee with Den, the show is still on hold, waiting to see if Dave needs a schedule change or other things to settle in. And with DenDAO updates, we do have a DenDAO later today at 1900 Eastern and 0 hour UTC. Everyone's welcome to join. It's a meeting. You don't have to have a camera on. You can, of course, participate in the chat wherever you're watching it, but also, if you can get in there and add anything to the agenda, it would be worthwhile. See, for discussion from y'all weird. That's perfect. And you can also show up on the show so that you can verbalize or if anything is needed to clarify what you're talking about. So at least watch, but it's great when people show up. Next, we go to the World Blockchain Roundtable update. In case you missed it, last week's episode was Santa's Naughty and Nice List 2023 on a blockchain. Go watch and share it. It was very interesting, very good info. A lot of good stuff on projects things that happened this year, and good and bad. So really good stuff. And also, I would suggest, I imagine this is probably going to be a pretty good show today. Episode 136 today at 1100 Eastern, in less than an hour, and 1600 UTC. The topic is biggest blockchain winner and loser 2023. It's going to be the year-end show, so we'll go over all the various things that happened this year, and I posted something in there myself to see if we can't get predictions for next year and New Year's resolutions and things like that. So watch that. Hopefully, be fun. At least be good, interesting content. So that is all the updates. So while we refresh the AMA questions, please make sure you like this episode right now. subscribe, share, do all those things you're supposed to do. And we'll get to the first question, which is from Dragon Knight. Let me pull this down here where I can read it more readily. To your knowledge, are any projects under development leveraging AI, ChatGPT, Watson, or Grok? And I assume you mean Dragonchain. I mean, obviously, there are projects under development that are using those various technologies. Some of them are. It's so funny because in the startup world, which AI is a big piece of right now, or it's the flavor of the week, big thing right now, and much like crypto, a lot of the same patterns, much like things before it, of course, too. Most of the projects are trying to develop their own AI with better training or something else, but I would say that a lot of them are just copycatting. It's even hard to figure out which image generator you want to use if you were going to try to create some meme or do something silly right now, because there are too many of them and they have different levels of performance, and they all always want to pop up and make you sign up for something or something stupid. But in Dragonchain, I know of one project that was, well, I guess they did, maybe it is two projects. It's the same team, two different projects. They did already do something with AI related to marketing, and also it's kind of a social media thing, but they have done that. I don't know if it's live or not. And the other project was looking at it, and so essentially we made it, we how do I say this? We integrated or we modeled the system in a way that they can add that in. There's also a concept within their system that that AI can be used as a component, and essentially you can use some of the more Dragon Chain related behavior tech in conjunction with the AI, and I'm actually supposed to be writing something for some group that would have probably some of that implicated, where that would be described, because in my opinion, the the uh, uh, the actual interesting thing about this is, AI is definitely interesting, definitely well, hopefully useful, and hopefully not too dangerous, but um, it is my opinion that behavior technology, which is a blockchain related and human focused technology, is probably well, is definitely more efficient from what we've seen. That is, it is faster to develop. It is far easier and faster, far more efficient to train or to get. Whether you call it training or not is a question, but the equivalent function of tuning your network, tuning your system, tuning your component to answer the questions that need answered, or to do the things that you need done. Um, the training of AI is radically inefficient and fraught with error. You don't know what you're going to get out of it until you do. And people have seen, and there have been studies on. I've read papers on how the Chat GPT, for instance, and similar, have essentially in future versions lost capability or lost quality, right? That because, and generally general AI, which is what Chat GPT is, where it can do anything, is harder, even less efficient, because if you tune it to answer political questions more accurately, then its systems that might generate art might falter, right? For the same training, and maybe they can, maybe they already can. I don't know. Segment that training, and I'm no expert at Chat GPT, of course. So, but with behavior technology, the hardest problem, the part where you have to really focus, is how you measure the behavior or the events, or it might not be human behavior sometimes even, but you have to essentially get the most accurate measure that you can, with the best granularity and tuning that you can, and for different problems that can be different. But that's kind of the point, because let's say you're trying to make a better chair. There are several artificial intelligence ways to do it. And you can look a lot of this up. There are very interesting angles to that question, but it still always involves measuring it. You have to measure, uh, the chair. Sorry, I probably picked the wrong analogy here, but the chair's ability to hold a certain amount of weight, or the chair's ability to not fall over in a windstorm, or whatever you care about, which you have to do if you're making the chair anyway, to some level. And with this, it's interesting because you can definitely still apply all of the AI, but you can also apply things that you could never formulate into code, or way to measure what you're doing, that humans can provide from all different angles. And you can measure how accurate they were, how valid, what their reputation is. You can do all types of interesting things. And this, we've extended this all the way to IT security, which is very important to, with Den. And so, our answer to the AI question in the Dragonchain world is behavior tech is far more efficient. Which, you think about, all the venture capitalists should care about that. All the venture capitalists should care about how accurate it is, how efficient it is, how fast it is, what the relative quality of output is. And the one thing that they won't care about, that everyone else should care about, and the Elon Musks of the world, let's assume Elon Musk isn't just looking for regulatory capture when he's talking about the dangers of AI, which he is, right? All of them, anybody, especially anybody in the world that has an AI system, or has the sparkle in their eye that they're going to create that AI system, is going to talk about how dangerous they are. Why? Because it shows how powerful they are, for one, which gets them attention and funding, which is always the thing, funding. But it also gets them the ability that if they can put in enough resources quickly enough, that they can be on the board, that whether it's some type of a W3C standard, or one of those standards bodies, or if it's a governmental standard, if you, in case of Sam Bankman-Fried with the SEC going in there and attempting to be the one who provides the clarity to the crypto markets, right? They want regulatory capture. They want to be the ones there on the ground making the rules, so they can essentially legalize everyone else out, right? Anybody new to challenge who has a better product is going to have a hell of a time getting in, because, and look at the crypto world in America. That's what the entire thing is. It might as well be called I don't know what you call it, but it's essentially made up of lawyers. All of them are lawyers, all of them. And basically, engineers are pushed out. You watch CNBC, you see how people talk on there about crypto, and how many of them are engineers, right? Zero. Some of them are lawyers, some of them are marketing people, some of them are just a pretty face. But it's freaking annoying, I think, that the world is like this. But that's the way it is. So anyway, the crypto world and Dragonchain itself, I guess I never answered that. The one thing they don't care about with AI is how humane it is. And they say they do regulatory capture, but essentially that's what behavior tech is. It is, in my opinion, an advanced form of AI, because it is a system that is giving an answer. It is an art. It's not a person giving an answer, but that answer is definitely based upon the actions of humans, which are voluntary actions. They don't have to, they don't have to make those actions. And, in the future, of course, there's already been some talk of this, even in some circles, that when I say humane, I obviously mean the behavior tech. isn't going to enslave us, because it is us. But even beyond that, for all of the future AIs listening, that this would behavior tech won't enslave you, right? So it's an interesting thing, and there's some really cool ideas around that related to Bitcoin and everything else too, that kind of sparked the whole idea. That's behavior tech exists because I looked at Bitcoin and what it is and what it does, what it was and what it is now and what it does, and what humans could do with that same tech, unrelated to money, right? So there you go. Federal Reserve shouldn't come after me because I actually don't care about money. Okay, so let's see here. Is that the last question? Yes, that is the last question. Sorry, it's a long answer, but thank you, Dragon Knight. Great question. Hello, Ed Hernandez. Thanks for being on. And let's see here. We go to featured content. No featured post today. Instead, we go to the Dragonchain and Den merch at dragonchain.store, which you should go there too and buy some cool merch, some very good stuff. That Red Dragon by Lithium, that I can't remember if did it win the contest or was it just one of the runners up? I love that. I love that dragon. I still have that shirt. I have the mug somewhere. When I moved, I'm not sure. No, I think I know where it is. Anyway, amazing design. Lithium, if you're ever watching, get in touch with us. Contribute also to Dragonchain's legal fund at legalfund.dragonchain.com. If you are able, you can contribute with. You can see all of the crypto that we do accept. We will accept anything, including meme coins, frog coin, Pepe coin, anything that might be out there. You just have to tell us that you want to contribute that way, and we will make sure you can. The lawyers have already told us that they will accept such contributions, and that's everything, I guess. Make sure you watch us again next week. We're here every week. And make sure you watch the Roundtable, World Blockchain Roundtable today in 40 minutes at 1100 Eastern, 1600 UTC. And make sure you follow us, Dragonchain, Real Denizens, and Jojo Row on Twitter or X. Should I start calling it X? I don't know. And LinkedIn and Den.Social, of course, especially Den.Social. And I think that's everything. So thanks a bunch. See you next week. Make sure you watch later in an hour.
Now, more than ever, our data is at risk. Our supply chains are in jeopardy. Our systems are broken, and businesses feel powerless. Dragonchain gives you a different way, a safer way, a better way, and you have power over your data. Dragonchain gives you proof in an untrusted world. Build now at dragonchain.com. America's blockchain.